All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about scaling and dealing with shapes inside of QCAD. A couple of things I want to do first is we're going to go ahead and import something. Import, I'm going to choose DXF, desktop. Let's go this, see what happens. All right, I'm just going to import that here. Apparently that isn't a file. So, file, let's, actually I'm just going to open a file here. We're going to go with Z3. That's better. All right, let's open up something. Now, I don't entirely know what the readings are on here, and what the actual scale is. So I'm actually going to go to Edit, Drawing Preferences, and then I'm just going to make sure that my drawing units in inches, my dimensional units are all set up in this manner, though this isn't as important. We have our grid type. Really, the only thing you have to worry about here is your drawing unit, making sure that your drawing unit's in this. That way you're actually able to reference and build the part as you need to, or scale the part as you need to. So the key to scaling in all of this is we're going to go ahead and select it, select our shape, and then go to my modification tools. And then I choose my scaling tool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the point that's at the bottom left-hand corner of my piece, just to give myself a reference point. And it's going to go and ask me this, do I want to delete the original, keep the original, make multiple copies? In this case, we're just going to delete the original, and I'm going to click on this particular tool here, the pointer tool. This will allow me to scale manually and by hand. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to click here at the top top left-hand side of the image as a reference point. So essentially, once I set here, this is from here to here. When I click, is now 100% of the shape. So this is what the actual shape is. Now I can actually move in by points to scale it exactly how I want to scale it and at what size, based off of this. So it's using this particular reference, this line from bottom left to top left, what I've used as a reference, to determine the actual height and scale of this particular piece. So we're going to do that, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring it down to, in this case, 2 inches, and now I'll be able to cut this out of a 2x2 piece of material, 2 inch by 2 inch. Now, the cut clarity on this is going to be absolutely terrible, as this particular file is not designed to be 2 inches tall by 2 inches tall. So we're not going to be able to cut that out on this. But in your case, because of the scale of the image that we're working with, I don't see why you would have any issue scaling that down, because that, my friend, is absolutely large. Give that a shot. This is the way that I would actually approach it. Is I would take a look, make sure that my scale is correct, make sure I'm looking at this thing properly, because in your case it's going to be rather huge, and we're going to make sure that it's all shifted to inches. And if we need to, we can also modify the dimensions, but for the most part, this is what we're going to be doing here, is making sure we put our dimensional units in inches and adjust it down to the right inch size from there. So give that a shot.